Hello, storytellers. Welcome to Storytelling Tarot. My name is Jeida Story, and this is the Weekly Word, your home for weekly guidance and tarot divination. Thank you for joining me here this week. I hope that you are having a wonderful day and that you are ready for the week ahead and that you are excited about what is available. As always, here on the Weekly Word Show, we are looking into the week ahead, seeking and searching for answers, hope, direction, and guidance. Always having our hands open, ready for opportunities to learn, to grow, and to move into more self-mastery. I'm going to start by opening up with some general messages for the collective. And then we're going to move into some general predictions, things that I may see, some things that you might be able to hone in on and look out for. And then we'll move into the elements. We'll move through all 4 elements and you can apply them to any of your astrological signs. Before we get into that, I have a couple of announcements. First of all, I always want to thank all of my channel members. Thank you for being a member. Thank you so much for supporting my work. And if you are here and would like to become a member, I invite you to join us. My channel members always get extra perks, including early videos and exclusive videos. So consider joining today. And if you are watching this at the time of this recording, then in just a couple of weeks, I will be hosting a live stream. It's a celebration of reaching 1,000 subscribers. Our family here is growing. I am hoping to have some special guests come through because it's also like a joint birthday party for me. And we're going to have some pay per question readings. And I'm very excited about doing that for you all. You can click on my description box for the direct link and you can set your notifications now so that you can join us in just a few days. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's weekly word. We have the 10 of Wands, the Page of Cups, Justice, and the 2 of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the 7 of Wands. Okay, so with the 7 of Wands being at the bottom of the deck, that means that we are probably going to be dealing with some challenges this week. And I want you to resist the urge to recoil and resist the urge to place any judgment on that word, challenge, right? My coach says that oftentimes when we think of the word challenge, we associate that with conflict. We associate people challenging us with, by assuming that they're judging us for our actions, assuming that they think the worst of us. But challenges are also an opportunity for us to strengthen ourselves, to strengthen our stance, to investigate and determine what really matters to us. And so I'm not going to lie, this week ahead, you might feel triggered, might be moving through some things that are a particular pressure point. But that only comes up because it's time for us to move through and get to a particular place of healing. The 7 of Wands means that some of us may feel defensive off the bat. And when you feel the need to defend yourself, ask yourself if it's worth it. Ask yourself, is it worth having a conversation with this person? Or do I need to tend to myself at this time? This also could speak to some of us being very stubborn this week. So let's make sure that we are being open and curious as well. The 10 of Wands is someone moving through a lot, right? So this week we're probably going to be very busy, feeling burdened and feeling tired, right? That Page of Cups is offering us a week for us to be in tune with our emotions, to really be in tune with our feelings, not just our dreams, but truly what our needs are. So let's consider the ways that we are overwhelming ourselves, and let's consider the ways that we are pushing more and more, requiring more and more. Every single one of us has a baby on the inside of us. Our inner children still remain with us. So what is it that the inner child is saying for you today? What is it that the inner child is asking for? Do they need more fun? Do they need more attention? Do they need some sort of dopamine? Do they need someone to rock them? Do they need someone to say, I understand, I see you? Do they need to be held when they cry? Because the Ten of Wands, while we do see moving through and completing particular tasks, the Ten of Wands is also the way that we've been moving has not been and is not sustainable. So a change has to come. And it comes through our attunement to the most tender parts of ourselves, to our body's needs. And I love that justice is here because it speaks about fairness. It speaks about doing the right thing this time. It speaks about getting another chance. It speaks about balance. I like to think of it as that karmic wisdom is, okay, yes, I know that I've been doing things this way before, and also I don't have to continue to do things this way. I know that when these triggers that I just spoke about, when these triggers come, that is an opportunity for me to heal. That is an opportunity for me to actually be present with the pain, to be present with the emotions, to be present with myself, and not to cut out and run from myself. It's an opportunity to give myself care, to give my dreams care. And so, yeah, we're righting wrongs this week. We're righting wrongs this week. That means that this might be the week of apologies. Whether you're apologizing to yes or you in the way that maybe you pushed yourself past your limit, whether you are apologizing to other people for the ways that you lashed out and were defensive. Maybe other people are apologizing to you for the ways that they put pressure on you. Whatever it is, we're getting some things right. This feels like we are working on reconciliation. And then with the Two of Wands, that's like the alleviation, right? The Two of Wands is the strategy to move forward. The Two of Wands is the will to do things differently. So yes, the beginning part of the week, we might find that there's a bit of a rub because part of us is going to want to do things the way that they've always been done because that's what's comfortable, because that's what's safe, because that's what might feel guaranteed. But there is a seed. You see the seed at the bottom of this Ten of Wands? There is a seedling that wants to grow, but the way that we are doing things now, the way that we're talking to each other now, the way that we're doing relationship, the way that we're doing work, the way that we're doing magic and conjure and whatever it is that you're doing, it's not sustainable because a new thing is trying to sprout forth. And so that means that you got to be new. Fill your cup this week. When the triggers come, ask yourself, what is this trying to tell me about me? What is this trying to tell me about what needs to be healed and rectified and reconciled in my past? And how can I take these lessons into my future? It's a confronting week. But by the time we get to the end of it, baby, we're all ready to march into a new day. All right, my loves, let's get into some general predictions. So we have the Seven of Wands as our base card, like the theme for the week, which does speak about defensiveness. And so you may find that people are pressing you on something that you're doing, something that you're not doing, and you're going to have a choice. How am I going to respond to this? Am I going to allow the things that are pressing me, the people who are pressing me, to back me in a corner? Or am I going to stand up for myself? And what part of me is wanting to push back? Am I going to allow shame to take me under? Or am I going to speak from a place of confidence and conviction? Right? So you may find that that is happening. You may find that you are trying to move into something new, and you might feel like these branches here where something or someone, whether that's you or someone else, is trying to hold you down and constrict you. This week, though, is about getting rid of the old and stepping into the new. Perhaps you're going to find that you are having to let others know that you're not the same you, that things are not going to be the way that they've been, because you are changing and you are healing. And hopefully that encourages them to do their own changing and healing and growing as well. The Page of Cups does speak to us about fun, needing to have fun, needing to be in touch with ourselves and our emotions, connecting with someone new, and doing something that is actually engaging, whether that's something with the arts, something that makes you laugh, something that's just for entertainment purposes only. That's actually very important with this Ten of Wands, which is like work, 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 go, go, go. The Page of Cups is the opposite of that. It is, how can I relax? How can I chill? How can I get my needs met? Let's get something nice to eat. Let's go out for a date. Let's do something fun. Like, that's the energy there. So hopefully we are leaning more into that Page of Cups as we're closing out what has been. Justice does speak of things that could be speaking to work and legal matters. So some of you may be doing some type of contracting, some type of signing of paperwork, or focusing on important paperwork. I'm thinking of NDAs. I'm thinking of contracts and entering into contract agreements as well. I would also say when it comes to the legal system, I always tell people make sure that you are protecting yourselves. And if you're a hoodoo, you know what I'm talking about, protecting yourselves from any carceral systems. I'm going to leave it at that. And then the Two of Wands, I feel like you are finding a way for ease to be possible. So I would say pursue that and allow that Page of Cups to guide you into what that strategy for the way forward is going to look like for you. Okay. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And we're going to pull for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And our water signs. Oh, we're going to leave it reverse. We'll turn that up right. And we're going to do Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's start with the fire signs. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so for my fire signs, the Knight of Cups offers invitation to connect. Whether that's connecting with others, connecting with yourself, or connecting to your creative ideas. It feels like there's so many that are around you. And maybe that Ten of Wands, that energy, you're trying to wrap things up so that you can get to those ideas. That is auspicious for you this week. So perhaps you're going to have some boundaries and protection around the things that you are creating. The Seven of Wands can be, yes, defense. And so because we have this with the Justice card, perhaps it will be helpful for you to have some type of legal protection around what it is that you are working on. So, but you have something to offer someone. So make sure that you're ready to give and receive, and that you have a plan forward as you get ready to dive into these new waters. Okay, let's move into the earth signs. The Tower, earth signs, you have the Tower. So there's some changes that are kicking up for you this week, earth signs. The tremor, the shaking that happens with the Tower is always for my alignment. Even when I don't agree with the methods, is not always a detrimental Tower, but it is a necessary moment, particularly if things have been feeling very difficult. You need a change. We talked about triggers, and when those triggers come, being present with, okay, what is this supposed to shake out of me? What pattern no longer belongs here? What behavior no longer belongs here? What is most suitable for the season that is ahead of me? And how can I move and be in collaboration with the Tower so that it does not destroy me, but so that I can find some grounding even in the shifting. So yeah, some things may be shifting and changing for you, but based off the way these cards look, it feels like it's moving you toward healing. So the pressure points, those challenges that come, lean into them and don't be afraid of what you begin to witness about yourself. Things come to the surface so that you can begin to dig down to find the root cause and to find even deeper mastery and healing. All right, let's look at the air signs. Air signs, you have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so for the air signs, you're getting your just due. I love this with the Justice card because it's about things being righted, right? So if you have been treated unfairly, if you've been paid unfairly, if things have not been going your particular way, the Six of Pentacles feels like, okay, yeah, now things are going to shift for me. You have an opportunity here to be in a reciprocal relationship, something where the energy is going to feel good in both directions. where you're not overdoing it. And also there's not this overconsumption, just taking in more than you can handle, right? Or taking on rather more than you can handle. The Six of Pentacles is like, okay, I'm doing just enough, just enough. And it could be that you are practicing what it means to withhold when you want to overgive, particularly if it is for approval or praise. Well, what does it sound like to sing your own praise song, air signs? What would the stanzas say? What would the verse say? What would be the hook of this praise song to yourself? You should offer some of that praise unto yourself and know that it can be a song that you sing in self-adoration, not for what you do, but for who you are and what you already have brought to the table. And finally, for my water signs, your guidance for the week, we have the Queen of Cups. Oh, I love this. So your spiritual insight is very sharp this week. And it feels like a very, it's such a sweet card of reconciliation. And so, yes, I do feel like, especially with the Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups here together, I think that you are doing a lot of inner child healing this week. I think you're doing a lot of inner child engagement and indulgence. Actually, I feel like that is also present. My water signs, you are leading with love. You are leading with care and compassion. So as you're moving through this week, be tender with yourself and with others. And it may be that you have not felt cared for in the past in particular ways, and that you are actually using what you did not receive as a barometer for how to love and to care now. Your love is transformative this week. Your care is transformative this week. And I'm so excited for how things are going to shift when you are giving just enough of your love, just enough of your heart, and letting your spirit lead you, letting your body inform you. Hold your full self, water signs, and watch it attract so much abundance. All right, my loves, I hope that this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching this week's Weekly Word. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next time.